Good evening. How are you tonight? I am Dee Brandis. I want to welcome you to our Beginners Keto and Intermittent Fasting group. Tell you a little bit about myself. I have lost 13 pounds since embarking on the keto journey. I started over a year ago, but I just didn't understand it. I just didn't embrace the whole lifestyle. But once I started learning about it, I was all on board, and once I started following the protocol and doing it right, I have dropped 13 pounds, and once I added the intermittent fasting, it's been an amazing journey. Hey, Lauren, thank you. I try not to touch it. It's kind of one of my habits to touch my hair when I'm on the video. Another thing that I'm wanting, one of my goals is through the intermittent fasting and getting my hormones balanced, is I'm working on my anxiety and antidepressant, or being depressed. So if there's other things that you guys are thinking about that you want to heal, contact me. And if you find value, please share my video. It means so much to be on this journey with you guys. And if you guys share the video, it really means so much. But if you're new, please put new in the thread. I love to contact with you, and I also like to help you get started. And anybody that has any questions, please put those in the thread too, because they really help get us going in our groups and in these videos. It helps drive the content of what we talk about at nighttime and during the day. I want to talk about why we have keto flu first. That's the first thing I want to talk about. There are studies out there that show that sugar reacts in the brain just like drugs, okay? So just think about that. You're having to detox. You know, we've talked about this a zillion times, where people that are addicted to alcohol, addicted to drugs, have some type of rehab center, and they have all the support and help, and some of them even get medicine to withdraw. What happens is the sugar then, the body, because it's not good for us, the body puts the sugar and the toxins into our fat cells. So as we start to lose weight, those toxins and that sugar is released into the bloodstream. That's the reason we have keto flu. So a lot of people have asked me, why am I having this keto flu and why am I not feeling well? Well, and we live in a society where we're not eating the same type of food that we ate 30 years ago. So I truly believe those chemicals. Hey, Joni, how are you? Melanie's on tonight. Joni's on, Linda's on, Trish is on, Vicky's on, Lauren's on, John's on. Welcome. But we're living in a society where our food, I think, is chemically altered and everything is so different. And therefore, our body is an amazing machine, and it's just adjusting and doing what it needs to do. But as those fat cells get smaller, it has to get rid of all the sugar and all the toxins and chemicals that it's stored. And that's when our body has to deal with detoxing, which is keto flu. And anytime, guys, we make a drastic change in our eating and our diets, we're going to go through withdrawal symptoms, unfortunately. But let's just talk about two. Let's talk about your food source. Is calorie for calorie the same? Just think about that. So if we were to compare a Snickers to an avocado to a bowl of oatmeal, are we getting the exact same type of food? So if you're going to eat a Snickers bar versus an avocado, what type of food are you getting? So if you're stalling in your diet and in any diet, whether it be keto or anything, you have to look at your food. Now, can we all afford the highest quality and afford organic? No, not always, but there's always sales, and we can look through and find where we can find the best price, right? But I want you to think about this, and I'm going to post this in the group. Are you buying processed meats? If you are, you really need to think about it. Let's go back to my keto box. There were some things in our keto box that I said no go. They were still keto, but they had preservatives and they had the chemicals and all of that. So a lot of people will tell me, yes, I do eat a lot of artificial sweeteners. Well, let me ask you, are there conclusive studies on artificial sweeteners in people? No, but if you were to look at the studies on the rats and the mice and all of that stuff, you would really see the effects of artificial sweeteners. Again, an artificial sweetener is a chemical. That's just the way I look at it. So diet sodas, are you drinking a lot of diet sodas? You know, there are scientific studies that show that people that drink more diet sodas are sometimes more overweight than people that drink regular sodas. Again, where are your calories coming from? We need to really think about that. Do your foods have maltodextrin in it? Does it have maltose in it? Does it have dextrin in it? We really do need to look. Dextrose is in a lot of Italian sausages, that sort of thing. Let's talk about grass-fed meat. All right, I know it is a lot more expensive, and I'm not saying you have to eat it to have results on the keto diet. However, there are studies in the type of meat of the cows that are just in the cattle lot versus the cows that are in the grass. Okay, those grass-fed, there's a chemical in or there's a hormone in the grass-fed meat that helps you burn fat. So just think about that when you're buying your meat. Now, can we always afford grass-fed? No, but there are specials, and I do get mine at Costco. There's all kinds of stuff that anti-inflammatory. There's a hormone in the grass-fed meat that help with the anti-inflammatory. When we have inflammation, that can cause us to be all sorts of unhealthy. It can also cause weight gain. So I just want you to look at your calorie intake, and are you eating a lot of fat bombs? Are you eating a lot of artificial sweeteners? You know, you guys need to really think about it. Let's see, I got a question on here, guys. Even if it is an artificial sweetener, it triggers the sweet pleasure center and makes you hungrier. Exactly. The body, the brain has been tooled to love that sweetness, and it's addicted to that sweetness. So when the receptors in our brains experience that euphoria again of the sugar, then it's going to go into wanting more. So just to think about it, guys, I'm not saying you can't ever have artificial sweeteners, but again, do we want to have clean, whole, good food? So in my file section, guys, everybody's like wondering, why is it such lean? I've given you a modified keto list, but it's majority of clean food, and it's to help you, if you're a newbie, to stay within those 10 carbs. Now again, look at what you are eating. If you can think of it in terms of a Snickers versus an avocado versus oatmeal, okay? And there are some diets where oatmeal is okay. Now, some of you might get away with a little bit of oatmeal, but in the beginning, when you are trying to lose the weight, I wouldn't suggest it. But you're all going to have to take a real honest look at what is in my calories. So 1,200 calories of Snickers or 1,200 calories of avocados. You know, you're going to hear a lot of people that don't like keto, but if you eat the right healthy fats and you eat the right healthy proteins and the right vegetables, your high fiber vegetables, you're going to be doing much better than if you're eating all these fat bombs and you're drinking diet sodas and you're not looking at what you are putting into your body. So at the end of the day, calorie for calorie doesn't always mean calorie for calorie. You want to get the best whole nutrition foods. You want to stay away. Now, sometimes if you are on a budget, there may be some of the chemicals and the preservatives. But if you look at something and it has like 10 preservatives in it, you know that's pretty not going to be healthy, and that's not going to be good for you. So you need to think about that. Whole foods. All right, don't forget, if you are struggling, go back to my file section. Go back to the first 7 days and get back to the beginning. Get back to where you started and think about calorie for calorie. because once we slide in, we have that carb creep, and so we might be sacrificing the quality of our foods. Just food for thought tonight, because I see the lazy keto, I see all kinds of keto. Now, if our body continually does the same thing and we fill it with preservatives and we fill it with chemicals and we fill it with meat that's full of antibiotics and growth hormones and things that just aren't good for us, it's something to think about. And you can get some of these better foods at Costco. Just food for thought. Hey, Todd, how are you? What is your guys' opinions on this? Calorie for calorie. What are you actually consuming? Are your 1,200 calories truly whole good foods for you? Are your carbs vegetables, or are they processed white flour, sugar, whatever? So carb for carb isn't the same either. I would much rather have a romaine salad full of healthy, green beans, anything like that that's good for you, radishes, anything that's high fiber, green, fibrous vegetables. Food for thought. What do you guys think? Where are you guys at tonight? So Lauren says, yes, she totally agrees. Matters calories and carbs come from. Nutrition is everything, mentally and physically. Absolutely. Guys, this is all a mental game. It really is at the end of the day. However, the sugar addiction is real. So when we're all struggling with that keto flu, it's real stuff. So for me, the artificial sweeteners are a struggle, because I'm like, in the back of my mind, am I not still feeding that addiction? Is it truly good, wholesome food, which I'm worthy of, and so are you. So I'm not asking you guys to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on your food. However, I want you to pick wisely. I want you to choose wisely. Why continue to feed that addiction? Because I promise you, if you continually put the preservatives and the processed stuff in our bodies, you may stall, or you may not have the success that you're wanting to. We're wanting to get back to, the basics, and to feel better and to lose the weight that is causing us the health issues. We do. We need our nutrition. Our kids need nutrition. Our kids need vegetables. Do you know the studies out there of how many kids do not eat vegetables? It's really quite scary, you guys. And the foods that are at school, and I know they can't help it when you've got a limited budget, but you know what? Education starts at home, and I am all over my kids about that is not healthy, that is not a good choice, that is not good for you. I mean, I'm on it. They probably would tell you I am the food Nazi. It is so important to impart it now. What? Avocados are on sale until Tuesday for 39 cents a piece. Load up. Trish, tell me where that's at. I'm assuming Aldi's. Did you all see my video last night or 2 days ago? I believe Aldi's chia seed is the cheapest, best price point. So get your chia seed at Aldi's, because chia is so full of fiber. It is so good to put in your smoothies, to put in things. Just grind it right up. So I want to get some avocados. Oh, great point. Joni says, I've ditched all sweeteners and I no longer crave sugary foods. I'm still struggling with how to calculate, so I'm really guessing. Do you just Google every food that goes into your mouth? I put it in my Fitness Pal, Joni. We might need to get together to do a one-on-one on the Fitness Pal, and that would be okay. But Joni, look for the video, because I did do a short tutor or a short tutorial on a video for my Fitness Pal. Lauren says, I grew up with a health nut mama and am so thankful as an adult. Good habits from young. I know, my mom was constantly talking about nutrition, and my mom made basically everything from scratch, Everything came from her garden. So back in the day, it was organic, but it came out of her hard work. Trish says that they're at Aldi's until Tuesday. So everybody get to Aldi's for your avocados. 39 cents is unbelievable. Get the ones that aren't ripe because you can put them in a sack and they will ripen for you. So get there, get your wholesome food. And Aldi's has organic, you guys. And Costco, buying in bulk, I will tell you, if you do it right, buying in bulk will save you money if you need it. And if you freeze it and you section it and portion it, it is cheaper. So calorie for calorie. Does it take planning, which I'm not good at? Yes, absolutely it does, but it is worth it and you will start to feel better. Just like Joni just said, I love that Joni shared that with us. She gave up all her sweeteners and no longer does she have the craving. Be real and ask yourself, am I still doing all the fat bombs? Am I doing the cake, the keto cakes and all that? And am I still having those cravings? If you are, maybe you need to look at your sweeteners. Just food for thought, guys. Hey, is it easy? It is not easy. I think we as a tribe should come up with some food rehab center that when people are struggling, and I'm not being silly, but somehow to help people get through the keto flu and this detox and these cravings and this addiction, I think there's a real need for it. Maybe I came up with an idea, a rehab. You know, I'm sure a lot of those, you know, what used to be called fat farms have it. I don't know. But something to think about. Hey, Dorothy, welcome. Anybody else thinking our weather is psycho? I mean, the snowflakes were this big. They were huge. All right, everybody. It is Sunday night. Bad weekend, Vicki? Why? Did you have a lot of cravings? We need to get Vicki on here for her bone broth. That's something we got to do. Something that is super, super important. Joni, thank you for sharing that. It is unbelievable. Yeah, Dorothy says Mother Nature is off her meds. She is needing to get back on her anxiety meds. Trish says she knows some places that have fasting centers. I assume that's for people that are fasting longer and need medical monitoring. Hey, Grace, welcome. So thrilled you're here. I need to go to the city. Where are you, Vicki? Are you at the lake or something? All right. How's everybody doing on your planks? How long can you hold your plank? All right, guys. If you're looking for our exercise challenge, it is in the pinned post and it is the first thing. So click on it. If you're just tuning in, go to the pinned post. If you're on your mobile device, it will say in the middle, underneath our cover picture, it will say pinned post. Click on that, and that's where our monthly exercise challenge is. So, if you're new, guys, get on my plank. Oh, thank you, Dorothy. It helps me, too, because I'm like, okay, I can't let you guys down. If I eat bad, I'm going to let you guys all down. So thank you, Dorothy. Todd is on 40 seconds. You're going to rest tomorrow. Good. Oh, city for my organic bones. Vicki, where do you get your organic bones? I'm curious. So if you're wondering what our plank challenge is, please click in the pinned post so you can see it. We started off with 20 seconds, then we go 30, and then the next one is 40. So I think the increments are every 2 days. Now I know some people are doing them twice a day. I try to do them whenever I think about it. Just trying to get stronger. Get that core strong, guys. That's where all of our positive energy comes. Strong core helps with your lower back, so very important. All right, guys, welcome and thank you for everybody. Ooh, Pig Witch. Hey, Catherine. Catherine, do you want to be on the video tonight? It's saying you want to be. And you are more than welcome to join us. But if you're new, let me know you're new. If you find value, please share the video with your friends and family. Invite people to our groups. We're glad you're here. Do not forget to take your probiotic. Take a really good one. Make sure that it's got the anti-fungal in it. And I take the best medical grade, so if you're interested, let me know. I'll help you, send you the link. It's easy peasy. So don't forget your supplements, all right, everybody? And if you're new, let me know. If you have questions, put that in the thing. If you're watching replay, thank you. And put replay also. And I hope to see you on my next video. Night-night, everybody.